Hello, Vicky.
Oh, darling. I didn't know you were in Miami.
Well, I didn't know myself until about noon. Not for sure, that is.
Oh, you're still drinking?
Well, no more, no less. Hereditary. Your father, you know...
Yes, I remember. Your father drank a quart of whiskey every day of his life and died at the age of 73 trying to fly a plane.
Exactly. I didn't know you were in Miami either.
We came yesterday. Thank you, darling. I mean, thank you.
Is your husband inside?
Yes.
What's his name?
Benton.
Benton?
Yeah.
Well, that's a sturdy ring. Nice?
Grand.
Oh, of course, he'd have to be. Dependable.
Yes, thank heaven. Come on in and see.
No, I'd rather not.
Oh, why not? You'll like Bob. And he's always wanted to meet you.
Well, I like it out here.
Don't be silly.
Hey, where have you been?
Look what I found. My first husband. Raoul McLeish.
Marcia!
Oh, he's my husband.
Oh, just an old Hopi custom. I used to know your wife in Arizona.
Well, now that that's over, you might sit down.
Isn't Herbie marvelous, Raoul? He's an engineer. You like him. He's all brain.
My wife offsets my mentality.
Yes, I know. Low-grade moron.
But I'm teaching her to read.
Oh, good.
And print capital letters.
Any progress?
Oh, we're up to H. Only 6 months.
Fine talk.
But I love you anyhow, baby.
There's Bob.
Well, he's a little younger than I expected.
Oh, no, not that one. The one right behind him in the white coat. See?
Yes. He looks like a Yale man.
Oh, he is. Class of 24.
Who's the lady?
Mrs. Ellis, an acquaintance. Tell me, what have you been doing and where have you been?
Oh, here and there, various places. Trying to find out where they made the best daiquiris.
Had any luck?
Not yet. Hello, Bob. I'm Raoul. Raoul the Dispossessed.
McLeish, well, this is something. Waiter, bring some champagne. Oh, I'm glad to know you. Sit down, sit down.
That was well done.
Mickey, you never told me you looked like Ronald Coleman.
Only more sinister. You know, it seems to me I've seen you before. You belong to the racket club?
Not yet.
Funny, but your face is very familiar.
Well, it ought to be. It's cost me enough to put it on 23,000 billboards, not to mention the back pages of all the magazines in the country. I'm Benton, of Benton Belts.
Benton Belts, that's it, yes.
You know, I've been waiting a long time to meet you. I've got a lot of questions I'd like to ask you.
Oh, yes?
For instance, what did you do when she brooded?
Beat her.
And when she snapped?
Locked her in a clothes hamper.
Very good. And when she threw things?
Oh, well, that's a new development. Not quite in my routine.
Well?
To Vicky.
To Vicky.
You both treated me like a chattel.
He's the most amusing bird I've met in a long time.
Amusing.
He's a nice guy, too. I can't see why you ever left him.
Bob, do you mean that?
No, dear.
Because if you did...
I'm on a vacation. There's room in my life for an egg like him.
Egg. He's a waster and a clown.
Yep.
Never does anything worthwhile.
Nope.
That's why I divorced him. He always made plans and always showed promise, but never did anything. Just laughed and made jokes. Now, like tonight. We were all going along very nicely and quietly. Then Raoul appeared. And suddenly people started whooping and hopping around on one foot as if they'd suddenly gone cuckoo.
Oh, forget about him, dear. Tell me, who do you love?
Oh, Bob, I'm so glad you and I found each other. I despised living the way I did. He gave me no sense of security. Why, I never knew where I stood from one minute to the next. Everything was so uncertain. You've no idea the maddening life I led with him.
Not like us.
No, not like us. I love the way we live. I love our plans. I love our home. I love this vacation with you. As a matter of fact, I love you.
Oh, good evening.
Oh, no offense, of course, but have we met before?
I'm your valet, sir.
Oh, valet. Oh, very fine service. But tell the management I don't need a valet.
But you engaged me yourself, sir.
I did? When?
Yesterday afternoon, when the plane stopped in El Paso. I assisted you into your coat. You were having considerable difficulty.
Ah, yes. Yes, it comes back to me now. Rather vaguely, of course, but I did engage you.
Yes, sir, you did.
Mm-hmm. You told me your name.
Leo McTavish, sir.
McTavish.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Did I give you any instructions, McTavish?
Oh, yes, sir. I've attended to everything. I purchased the tickets.
Tickets? What tickets?
The airplane tickets to New York.
Oh, well, cash them in.
Yes, sir. And the baggage?
What about it?
It's all packed.
I'll unpack it.
Yes, sir.
That'll be all, McTavish.
Oh, yes, sir. The door, sir.
Well, answer it.
Oh, yes, sir.
For Mr. McLeish.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Huh? Oh. Something for you.
Well, what is it?
I don't know, sir.
Well, open it.
Okay. Did you order a raccoon, sir?
A raccoon? Not that I remember. Looks a little like Aunt Emily.
Is that so, sir? Oh, here. Card.
From number 2 to number 1. Benton, hmm? Is there anything symbolic about a raccoon, Mac?
Not that I know of, sir. Now, if it had been a skunk...
We'll just skip that if you don't mind.
Yes. They're very good company when you're alone, sir.
Oh. Well, at least he has a sense of humor.
Yes, sir.
What do we call her?
Violet is a rather pretty name.
Violet, of course. Mac, you've made yourself indispensable. The job's yours.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Mac, we're staying because I've just seen my ex-wife. Oh, she's beautiful. More beautiful than ever.
Then we'll be here for some time, no doubt.
And it's the best-selling belt we've ever made.
Really?
I'm hungry. Where is that guy?
Raoul has never been on time in his entire life.
And you lay off, Raoul. He's my friend.
I can eat without him.
Let's start.
Well, we can wait a little longer, can't we?
No, we've waited long enough. Witty, you may go ahead.
Oh, here it comes, the brute.
Greetings, everyone.
Hello, Raoul.
It's about time.
It seems as though I'm a little late. This is Joy.
How do you do, everybody?
How do you
Hello.
do?
Oh, isn't this a heavenly place? I never dreamed I'd ever get to come here. I hope I'm not butting in.
Oh, no, not at all. Glad to have you. Waiter, bring up a chair and set another place here.
Won't you sit there? Thank you. Paula, this is Raoul. I'm Mr. McLeish, Mr. and Mrs. Anderson.
How do you do?
I bet my hair is a mess. We came up here 90 miles an hour. I looked to the speed thing. I couldn't look at the road.
Really?
Yes.
Who is she?
Hmm?
Who is she?
Oh, just a child of nature.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean, who is she? Her name's Joy. She's female, attractive, and sincere.
Mm-hmm. Where'd you meet her?
Oh, I just picked her up on the corner of Palm Boulevard and 2nd Street. She's a cigarette girl in some dive or other.
Of course, the boys are breaking sometimes.
How did you come down?
Well, I just hitchhiked.
All the way from Louisville?
Of course. I didn't have any money. I figured a lot of people would be coming down into Miami, so I might get work. I knew it would be warm, and that would help on clothes and things. Besides, I've been just wild to see the tropics ever since I was a little girl.
Did you, find work?
Oh, right away. First in the store, last December. I fell in love with the boy, sort of, and we were going to get married. He was just darling. He said he was a lawyer, but one day he didn't show up, and I heard he'd gone back to Seattle, and he had a wife there. And he wasn't even a lawyer. He was a dentist. You sure do learn from things like that.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Then I got a job in a beauty parlor. Do you know what? One day a man came in with a woman, and while she was getting a henna rinse, he asked me if I'd go out with him. He had lovely manners and very nice clothes, and I thought the henna rinse woman was his aunt or something. So one day I asked her a question about him and called him by his first name, and it was her husband. So she had me fired.
And then what happened?
Why, I worked, just like I always do, when there is any work.
And when there isn't any work, you just don't work.
Well, you probably think I'm pretty terrible, but I work and save and send money home. And I'd like to marry some ambitious fellow and settle down and have my own children. Most fellas I know have lost their ambition. Sometimes it's pretty discouraging.
Is that straight? Because if it is, you've got something.
Would you like to dance?
I'd love to. Oh, would they leave this?
Oh, yes, certainly.
I've talked so much I haven't had a chance to eat.
Oh, they'll leave it. Excuse us, please.
Pretty brazen, I say.
Not at all. I think she's very cute.
And so do I.
And what do you think of her, Vicky? Why, I think she's very attractive.
You dance swell.
Thanks.
I like dancing with the gentlemen. Those other fellows have got the wrong attitude. Girls all worn out after 3 dances.
Thank you.
Would you like me to cut in?
Oh, what do I know? No, of course not.
He sure is a good dancer.
Oh, really?
You know, I was introduced to y'all so quick, I don't know which one's his wife.
My superior officer, Mrs. Benton.
How do you do?
You're lucky. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, red champagne. It's beautiful.
It's burgundy. And you're right. It is beautiful.
You still dance better than anyone else, you dog.
It's the Spanish in me. Wait a minute, there'll be more.
No, well, not now. Well.
I must be good.
Please dance with me.
It's too hot tonight.
I agree with you.
How about a little roulette?
Sure. Like to come, Vicky?
No, thank you.
How about you, old man?
I think he'd better not tonight.
Marcia?
Lose your money alone.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh.
Well, shall we join the ladies?
You might ask us to dance.
You can't dance with all three of you.
Why not?
Would you like to dance, dear?
Where's Joy?
Joy? Oh, I don't know. Isn't she here?
Well, no.
That's strange. We were dancing together, and she excused herself. I haven't seen her since. I felt a little stuffy, and I went out on the beach and walked alone. I sort of thought that maybe some of you might join me. Oh, hello, Raoul. Oh, I've got your chair.
Naturally, you were lucky.
Naturally.
Naturally.
How much did you lose this time?
See my lawyer.
Oh, Joy, you're back. Where have you been?
Well, just looking around. Isn't this a gorgeous place?
Now, wait a minute. Didn't I see you go outside?
As a matter of fact, Vicky, if you must know, she was out with me.
With you?
Yes, we went upstairs to my rooms for a little drink.
Herb, wasn't Raoul gambling with you?
Oh, he left me as soon as we got there.
Oh, I see. I'm so sorry.
I had a lovely time, and I liked your friends. I'm afraid I don't understand them very well.
They don't understand you, Joy.
Oh, that's simple. I guess that Mr. Benton didn't quite understand me, though. He took me out on the beach and tried to get fresh. I guess when I said I'd been going with married men, he didn't realize I didn't know either one of those men was married. I don't see why a man with a wife as lovely as that would want to play around with me.
Joy, I'm not a married man, and I'm not trying to get fresh. But will you kiss me?
Of course. Why did you do that?
I just wanted to see what it was like to kiss an honest woman.
Oh.
Come in.
Hello.
Oh. Something? Something I could do for you?
Oh, this is Mr. McLeish's suite, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, I was looking for Mr. McLeish. My name is Joy.
Joy? Did he tell you to call here?
No, I just dropped in to say hello.
One can always say hello over the telephone.
Oh, but I want to see him. Can I come in and wait?
I think he'd prefer that you didn't.
Oh, he won't mind.
Oh, you mustn't shut the door.
Why not?
When two members of the opposite sex who are not related and not married wish to remain alone in a hotel room, the door must be left ajar. It's a universal regulation.
Lots of people break that law.
Doubtless.
Who are you?
I'm Mr. McLeish's valet.
Oh, really? I'd never seen one before. Of course, I may have passed her in the street, but I didn't know it was a valet.
There's nothing characteristic about a valet.
You use awfully big words. You must be intelligent.
I've had some access to information and experience.
Experience. So have I. Plenty. But information, no. What you doing?
Cleaning a watch.
Do you have to take it apart to clean it?
You do.
And can you put everything back?
Naturally.
Do you always clean Mr. McLeish's watch?
Watches. He has 6. This is the first one I've ever cleaned.
Well, what makes you so sure you can put it all back together again?
Among my correspondence courses, I've taken 91. There was an excellent course called Watches and How to Repair Them.
91?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you must keep your nose right to the grindstone. Don't you ever have any fun?
Fun?
Uh-huh.
Well, I've found reading a splendid pastime.
Oh, I mean, don't you know any girls?
Girls?
A nice person like you.
My experience with dalliance has been nil.
Dalliance?
It means to dally around wantonly.
On account you've been so busy.
Very busy. In the past 9 years, I've had 38 positions, most of them of brief duration.
I know how that is.
As a matter of fact, although this is a personal subject and I've never mentioned it to Mr. McLeish, on the day that we happened to meet, I was contemplating self-destruction.
Oh, golly, you can't do that.
Oh, I hadn't planned anything immediate, you understand. I merely was going to think it over for a year or so. You see, I'd sort of lost my grip on things.
Well, you've got to buck up. What I don't understand is how you lost all those jobs with your information.
The fault lies with my personality. I haven't any.
Well, why didn't you take a course in that?
I did. It was the one thing I could never get passing grades in.
Isn't it funny? It's the one thing I've got, and I get along fine. And you're terribly bright, and you don't. Oh, that is...
It is ironic.
Huh?
Here we are, right here now. Now, just make yourself right at home.
With?
Right at home.
Leg.
Well, if it isn't a little joy. Come on, Huggins. I want you to meet some friends of mine. Come on over
I'll
here now.
meet anybody.
This is the only man I've ever met who can drink scotch out of 2 bottles at the same time.
Without even wetting my chin.
Joy, this is Huggins the Great.
How do you do?
Hi, Joe.
And the best educated man in the room, McTavish.
Hi, McLavish.
Fine.
Thank you. I hope I'm not interrupting anything, Mac.
What? What?
Oh, no. No, I just dropped in to see how you were.
Oh, I'm top-notch, top-notch. I'm always top-notch when I meet a real guy, and that's what Huggins the Great is. He's the salt of the earth, a real salty guy.
Salt.
And so are you, Joy. You're real. Whatever you are, you're real. No. We're getting much too profound here. What we need is another drink, Huggins.
Oh, you said a mouthful.
Mac, order us a barrel of scotch.
A barrel?
Yes, a barrel and some ice and, well, you know, all the things that go with it. Go on now, hurry up. Go get it for us. Joy, you'll have a little drink with us, won't you?
I can't wait for a drink. I've got to go to work.
Work. That's the whole trouble with the world. There's too much work. Take a vacation tonight.
Oh, sure. Lay off.
Oh, I can't. I've got to go. I'll see y'all soon.
All right.
I'm glad to meet you, Mr. Huggins.
Me too.
I'll tell Mr. McTavish goodbye.
Yes. Now, Huggins, take off your coat and make yourself at home. We'll get things started around here.
Right.
I just want to tell you, I enjoyed meeting you and talking to you.
I enjoyed it, too, very much.
What's that?
Oh, that's Violet, our raccoon.
Oh. Well, is he sick?
No, she's not sick, but we have to be kind of careful of her for a while.
Well, I hope I see you again soon.
I hope so, too.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Well, goodbye.
Bye.
No, I'll tell you, there's the greatest fishing in the whole country.
It'll be right up, sir.
Oh, Mac, I've just decided that I want to pay back all my social obligations with a progging party down at the Keys.
Progging, sir?
You mean you never heard of progging?
No, sir.
I finally found something that you don't know anything about, huh? Well, my friend Huggins the Great here is a progging expert. Aren't you, Dennis?
I'll say I am. Why, I can even make a progger out of him.
Sure. And a good progger, too. Come on, Dennis, let's show him how it's done. Now, come on, here's your spear. Show him now.
Give it to.
There, I'll hold this. Now, you go ahead.
What you need's a good eye, a good spear, and a lot of fish.
There's one.
Hold it steady, Huggins. Throw both lights down here.
Okay. Take it easy now.
Quiet now.
Got him! Good!
Boy, what a beauty!
Bob, you're amazing. That's the best one yet.
What do you mean? You've never progged before?
Hurry, look what I got. Look what I caught, Herbie. You're my witness. He's 15 pounds if he's a no.
Don't you bring him near me.
Look lovely in your dining room.
Oh,
Look around, there's a beauty.
Get it.
Okay, here it goes. Oh, he's running away.
Reach for him. Go after him. Reach for him.
What's the matter? What's happened?
Mickey's chasing a fish. Come on in, everybody. The water's fine.
Well, here we've got to do something. Huggins!
She's your wife. Go get her.
Oh, hello, darling. Isn't this fun?
Now, if this is your idea of a joke, it's not mine. Come on, let's get out of here.
Oh, no, it's too nice.
Mickey, now, come on.
When I change, I'll join you.
What did you say? Where are you?
Here we are.
Give me a hand.
Up you go.
You did that on purpose, didn't you?
I certainly did.
I thought so. How do you like it, Smarty?
Let me get you a little first aid.
Give me a hand. Oh, my God.
What do you think this is, a kid's picnic?
Oh, sorry, old man. After all, I'm only your ex-husband. Wouldn't have looked right if I'd been the hero.
Here you are. Wrap some of these blankets around you.
Hey, Marcia, hand me one of those things, will you?
Come on, Huggins, turn this thing around. Let's get out of here before I catch my death of cold.
Oh, darling, it's a nice, warm, tropical night. A little water's not going to hurt us. Why spoil the fun?
Well, this is not my idea of fun.
Thank you. Oh, darling, don't be silly for heaven's sake.
Well, where's my drink?
Oh,
you.
Hey! What's that? What?
That's a giant ray.
What's the real sport? We'll harpoon that baby.
Oh, yes, let's.
Can we use that gun, Huggins?
Sure, go ahead.
Mickey, don't you go near that gun.
Not down there. What'll it do?
It'll take you for a Nantucket sleigh ride, just like a scenic railroad.
Won't that be just dandy?
Hurry up, get away.
Have that.
Hey, you got him. Oh, that's wonderful. Hey, he's turning around. He's coming toward us. Look at him.
If he comes too near the boat, he's liable to turn it over.
Don't get excited.
Oh,
Look out, let her by.
He's going to hit us. Watch out.
Boy, that was close enough. That baby could have smashed this boat to kindling. Here we go!
Yippee! He's heading for the open sea.
I think this is wonderful.
Hey, what's going to happen to us? How far will he take us?
Probably to Cherbourg.
What's the sense of risking our necks for nothing? Cut that rope
Oh,
loose.
no, this is great.
Oh, it's
We're
insane.
You and I go where the lights are.
Now, you stay here, Vicky. It's safe.
Well, let's go and shoot him again.
But we only had one harpoon.
Oh.
Give it a whip, Huggins.
I will get him.
Hey, wait a minute. Nice going.
Well, I came out here to Prague, not to be pulled all over the ocean by some silly fish. Let's go home.
I think we better go back, Ralph.
All right, Huggins, put her about.
Well, good night, everybody. See you in the morning.
All right. Good night, Ralph. It really was fun.
I thought so, too. Good night, Vicky.
Good night. Good night, Marcia. Good night, here.
Good night, Marcia.
You must come progging with us sometime.
Where is that thing?
Son of a gun sure can dodge.
Of course, we would have to get the only cabin without screens.
One hole in this netting and the mosquitoes had to find it.
Mind if I join you?
As a matter of fact, I rather expected you.
So you were waiting for me? Why?
Oh, I don't know.
I do. You're waiting because you're really a sentimental goof.
Maybe. That's what I was wondering while I was sitting here.
Difficult?
What do you mean?
Oh, to be sitting here like this on this particular night, remembering you and me and...
Yes. Yes, Vicky. Difficult.
Were you very broken up when I left you?
Were you?
I asked you first.
Oh, no. No, not right at first. Stunned, maybe, but somehow I'd rather expected it. I'd felt you were leaving me for a long time.
Had you? I always thought it was an absolute surprise, a clean break.
No, it couldn't happen.
Why?
Well, two people just don't get mad at each other in a minute and walk off forever. Not two people in love. They put up with things, forgive some others, and forget more.
You still like me, don't you?
You want to return to a personal basis, hmm?
Oh, I don't know what's the matter with me. I'm tired or crazy or something, but tonight I remember much too well. I feel just the way I did while I was waiting for you that first gray morning. Waiting in the school dormitory. I was so scared I was shaking like a leaf. Running away with a man I hardly knew, not even sure we were going to be married that day. It's kind of silly, isn't it? You say words over it.
Say words?
Yes, you remember that afternoon we stood in the office of the Justice of the Peace, and you said words over it. And all my fears went away, and I was happy. I was set free by then to love you. Then afterwards in Reno, the judge said words, and I wasn't Mrs. McLeish anymore. I went back to my hotel and cried.
It's funny, I didn't cry for 6 months.
Then, did you? Really?
Then.
And then finally Bob and I walked down the church aisle. Mother was there and all my friends, and everything was right and proper. And the minister said more words. Words which make it very wrong for me to be sitting out here talking with you.
That sounded like me.
Yes, it did, didn't it? Oh, yes, so much fun. Too much, that's the trouble. But it does get kind of dull always to be on a routine.
Ah, that's my point. Is life supposed to be dull?
No, not dull, but it's supposed to be regulated.
What are you thinking?
Oh, I was thinking about Switzerland, and Naples, and that sweet little cottage we had in Schwalapel. Oh, 100 places, you remember?
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember, Vicky. I wish your mother could see you now.
My mother? You never liked my mother, did you?
I thought she was abominable. I never could understand how she had a daughter like you.
Oh, now you've gone and spoiled everything. You always did spoil everything.
Might I remind you that I am no longer your husband? I'm as free as the air. Mrs. L. Porter Hadley may still be your mother, but she's no longer a relative of mine. To me, she's nothing but an empty old windbag.
What?
With a summer home and a winter home and 2 cars and a chauffeur and a dandy little paid-up annuity.
Go ahead.
I will, and why not? My steam's up. After being married to you for 2 years and divorced, it just occurred to me that I'd never given you a really good scolding.
Why,
And don't stop to tell me that your mother's life is full of activity, because it's not. She's fat as a pig. She loafs till noontime, and her afternoon activity is restricted to making trouble or inspecting the locality of trouble.
Have you finished?
No. I might also add that no woman I've met has been able to replace you in my imagination. But you get yourself all mixed up with a lot of emotional baggage. You're devoted to your mother, and you marry a guy like Bob.
I presume that is also meant to be insulting. Well, what's the matter with him?
Well, briefly, he's perfect.
I thought you liked him.
I did until he backed down tonight. That opened the door to his machinery, and there he was.
He did that for a reason.
I know, to keep from fainting.
He did not. He did it because his business and I mean everything everything to him. Why, he can't afford to take the chances you can. He has people depending on him.
Oh, you're right. Just take his business away from him, and how happy do you think you'll make him?
Why,
Just ask yourself that little question every Thursday. And by the way, just what kind of a belt business is this anyway? Wheels or pants?
Wheels. Automobile wheels. And incidentally, is that ink business of yours so much better than the belt business?
Oh, go to bed.
I won't go to bed.
Well, go back to your husband.
I won't. Sometimes I wonder if you know what you're doing.
You and Bob get into these marital rows?
Certainly not.
What do? Say the multiplication tables?
No, I am going to bed. You just can't be made into a responsible person. You have to be left to your fascinating girlfriends.
What fascinating girlfriend.
What fascinating girlfriends, indeed.
Joy.
Joy. I know she's very sweet and refreshing and lovely. But don't you ever make the mistake of shaking a 5-beta Kappa key in her face instead of a bracelet. I saw her coming out of your rooms the other day.
Trapped. Vicky, you're jealous.
Jealous? How ridiculous.
Isn't that just like a woman?
What?
Not satisfied with robbing my life of its happiness. Not content with a husband who's a veritable oak of society. You want to undermine my pitiful pastime.
I'm not trying to undermine your pitiful pastime, but I'm not trying to make your life unhappy, and I'm not jealous. I'm jealous.
Vicky. Oh, Vicky. Vicky, we've got to quit this.
I know it. You got a hanky.
There's only one thing to do.
What?
Well, as soon as we get back to Miami, I'll leave. Then you and Bob can enjoy your vacation in peace. So you'd better go in now.
I'm going.
Doing nothing of the kind. You're sitting right there.
Well, I'm tired.
Of course you are. So am I. Exhausted. Well, good night.
Good night. Aren't you going to bed?
Certainly not. Do you think I can sleep?
Well, neither can I, so I might as well stay here. It's cooler.
Good night, Vicky.
Good night, Ralph. Roll over, you're snoring.
Sorry, dear.
Yes. Oh, one moment, please. It's for you, sir.
Hello?
I called up to say goodbye. You're leaving today, aren't you?
Yes. Nice of you to call. Oh, I don't know, New York, maybe.
Oh, really? Well, you and Bob will probably be on the same plane. Yes, the factory called a little while ago, and there's some sort of a strike. No, I'm staying here. Well, goodbye.
Goodbye. You're going to be pretty lonesome, aren't you?
I'm moving over to Marcia's. They're going to look after me. Well, goodbye, Ralph.
Goodbye, Vicky. Oh, Mac.
Yes, sir.
Unpack.
I'm sorry to have to tear away, but I know you'll take good care of Vicky.
Now, we'll look after her.
I hope everything turns out all right. Don't worry, it will. Well, goodbye, dear. Be good. I'll get back as soon as I can.
All right.
All right. Goodbye.
Bye. Hey, wait a minute.
Bob, old man, I just heard the news. This is terrible.
Well, I'll straighten it out. They can't do this to me.
That's right. Here, a little nourishment for you.
Boy, I can't. Extra weight.
That's all right. I just mixed it up at the desk.
Oh, all right. Thanks. Thanks. All right. Well, goodbye, dear. Goodbye, dear. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Say, I thought you were leaving, too.
Oh, no. I gave up my reservation for Bob.
Goodbye.
Goodbye!
Goodbye.
You ride back with us, Raoul?
Sure, thank you very much.
Bye.
You know, Raoul, it was awfully sweet of you to bring Bob, whatever it was. Champagne?
No, Violet.
Violet?
Yes, the raccoon Bob sent me the night we met.
Oh, you didn't.
Well, it seemed rather a pointed gift to me at the time. A mascot to take your place, Vicky.
Suppose he opens that package on the plane.
That was the idea.
I suppose it never occurred to you that Bob was in a very serious mood.
Not until I saw him. But after all, when he gave it to me, I was in something of a mood myself.
Have you never considered what a strike means?
Oh, yes. Yes, I have. We had a sit-down strike in the ink business once. But I settled that. I just sent the boys in some cots and blankets and a lot of food and wine and 16 gorgeous chorus girls.
And that's your idea of fighting?
Oh, more or less. Because when the wives who were doing the picketing on the outside saw what was going on the inside, they just broke in and dragged their husbands home. That ended the strike.
What's the matter, lady?
It's a big alligator.
What's the matter? Come here, Violet. Girl, that's a good girl. Come here, Violet.
Hello?
Hello, Vicky.
Oh, hello, Raoul.
I'm sorry about the raccoon.
Oh, that's all right. I'm sorry I was so disagreeable about it.
Then I'm forgiven?
Well, I'll think about it.
Were you asleep?
No?
Neither was I. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about you. Do you know why I decided to stay?
Well, I hope it's not what I think, because you certainly can't expect me to go running around with you while Bob's away.
Why, Vicky, you don't think that I would go out with a married woman?
Well, I hope not.
Well, now that that's settled, I'll see you tomorrow. Good night, Vicky.
Money 18, right?
Money 18.
You ready?
Here we go. Yeah. I thought you said you couldn't play ping pong.
Well, you see, that's what you get for pulling that little dance routine on me the other night. Here, my pet, is your trophy. Ow! You got my finger! Oh, it's been so much fun, Raoul. I like being with you.
I like being with you, too, Vicky. Well, I wouldn't have dragged you out of school and all around the world if I hadn't.
No, of course not.
But that Mrs. Benton, she's different.
Is she pretty?
Oh, yes. It's maybe not in the glamorous way my Vicky was. You know, not so pretty when sleepy and crawling out of a dormitory window feet first. But she's sedately pretty. Proper.
Yes, I know. She has every hair in place. Every bottle on her dressing table matches. And every Friday you'll find her sitting at a charming desk making out her weekly bills.
Well, she's a fine woman.
Soon she'll be going home.
Yes, and plan the spring flowers and hire someone to mow the lawn.
But it's all fun, Raoul.
Of course it is. It's a good life.
Yes.
Oh, she never could have stood living with me, not knowing where we were going to have dinner that night, or whether to pack for the tropics or for Sweden.
Or whether there'd be a duke for luncheon or a doorman.
Or whether I wanted to get up at daybreak or at noon.
And not knowing which when you went to bed.
But someday this Mrs. Benton, she'll have children.
We hope to next year.
A boy?
A boy, Bob says. It'll be a boy, too.
Yes, I'm sure of that.
A boy, and then a girl, and then another boy, and then I'll be 31 or something. And the boys are going to Yale.
Of course. And the girl to Vassar.
Oh, Holyoke. Isn't it lovely?
Oh, it is. Awe-inspiring, in fact.
You know, it's everything I've always wanted.
And Bob planned.
Yes.
Oh, Vicky, you're a very lucky girl.
We're such liars.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, we are.
Why do we go on covering up how we feel about each other? I'm sick of it. I'm sick of pretending we're two charming strangers. We're not strangers. We've meant too much to each other. Oh, Ralph, take me away with you. You're the only real thing that's ever happened to me. And don't let me go this time. Please don't.
Oh, you know I want to take you away. More than anything else in the world, Vicky. But we've got to keep our heads.
We can't lose each other again, Raoul. We just can't.
Listen. Listen, Vicky. You and I have never done anything cheaply in our lives. And we mustn't begin now. We've got to stop this before we mess up all our lives.
You're right, darling. Funny, you were always right. Hello, kids. Hello. You look a bit drawn around the gills. Are you both tight?
Only about 38%.
Oh, well, come on in and raise the percentage if you think you can stand it.
No, thanks. I think I better run along.
Okay, we'll be until 9 if you feel social.
So long, Vicky.
So long, Raoul. Oh, Vicky! It's gone, Marcia. That was goodbye. We'll take that up later. The point is, Bob called. Bob who? Your husband, remember? Oh, Bob! Yes. Oh, is there anything the matter? Plenty. What? Well, I'm not sure, but I can guess. There was an item about you and Raoul in Winchell's column. What did it say? Oh, just something about Raoul divorcing you, apparently, without losing all interest in you. Well, I'll call Bob right away. Oh, you can't. Why not? You can't reach him. The secretary left word that he'll call you at midnight. Oh?
Good evening, sir.
Mac.
I hope you won't mind. I was testing some of your inks. The indigo
Yes, I know. I want you to pack. This time I mean it. We're going.
At once? I beg pardon, sir.
What is it?
Where are we going?
Away? Where would you like to go?
It doesn't matter to me, sir.
Well, what's the matter with you? Don't you want to go or something?
Will it be far?
I don't know or care. If you don't want to go far, we'll go near. Take a run down to Key West, charter a cruiser, and do some fishing off some Marquesas. You'll be lost enough there.
Yes, sir, wherever you say. It's merely a matter of making a few changes in minor arrangements, trifles.
Have you got a girl here, Mac?
Yes, sir.
One you're really serious about?
Oh, yes, sir. We were going to get married tomorrow, but we can easily postpone it.
She a nice girl, Mac?
You know her, sir.
I know her? Joy?
Yes, sir, Joy. I've been seeing her whenever I could. She wants a steady man, and I've got good stock behind me, Scotch and English. She thinks I'll go far. She gives me courage.
Oh, she's a swell girl. Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And she certainly has plenty of sense to pick a man like you for a husband.
Yes, sir.
What time had you planned on getting married tomorrow?
3, sir. That is, if I could get off. She has to be to work at 7.
Mac, she's through with that cigarette job.
But you see...
Yes, I see. You don't earn enough to support a wife. Well, you're not my valet any longer, Mac.
Huh?
Beginning tomorrow morning, you're in the ink business. You're going to be my personal representative at the factory, learning the works at first. But with your thirst for knowledge, you'll soak up the ink business like a blotter. We'll have your wedding tomorrow at 3. Then we'll charter a plane. You and Joy can drop me off at Key West and then go on to Havana. Oh, it's a swell place for a honeymoon, Mac.
Yes, sir, I know many places of interest. Sugar plantations, cigar factories.
Oh, my eye. You're going to live in nightclubs, on daiquiris. You're marrying Joy, not educating her.
Yes, sir. We'll get stinking.
It's, New York. Yep. Yes? Yes, this is Miss Benton speaking.
WH in Miami, ready. Ready with Miami. Go ahead, please.
Hello, Vicky. Nice to hear your voice. Look, I'm going to be tied up here indefinitely. I've shut down the plant and I want you to come home. I've arranged reservations by wire. I say I've arranged reservations by wire. There's a train in the morning.
Now, wait a minute. I'm not sure I can make the morning train.
Rubbish. I want you home. Marcia can apologize for you. I'll try to meet the train.
You'll try to meet the train?
Yes, I said I'd try. If I can't make it, I'll send someone else. Our 3 minutes are almost up. Have you got it straight?
Bob, something rather unpleasant has happened. Winchell ran a piece in his column today about Raoul and me.
What?
Oh, it wasn't anything, really. It just said that Raoul was still interested in me.
You would get into a mess like that just when everything in the world is happening to make things difficult for me. How did you ever let a thing like that happen? You know how I feel about that kind of publicity.
But, Bob, nothing's happened.
Who's gonna believe that? Husband called away by an emergency. Wife starts playing around with a pipsqueak she was once married to before he's out of sight. That's a fine how do you do. Now you come home at once.
Will you stop yelling at me? I'm not one of your clerks. And besides, I'm not coming home tomorrow. I'll come home, let me see, the day after tomorrow. Goodbye. Everything all right? I will not allow him to order me around as though I were a piece of luggage. If I jump when he tells me to, now I'll be doing for the rest of my life. I take it you've quarreled. Quarreled? Huh. Tea? I don't want any tea. Oh, I know he's under a strain, but he needn't take it out on me. Why, do you know, Marcia, he demanded I come home tomorrow? Well, I'm not going home. Till the day after tomorrow.
It's a long time.
What is?
The day after tomorrow.
Good luck, honey.
Thank you, Ralph.
May I offer my congratulations?
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
Love her, respect her, and always feed her well.
You made me the happiest man in the world. I mean, Joy has. I mean, I've never been quite so happy.
Oh, honey. Oh, aren't you the silliest?
You're the only girlfriend I had left. And now you're gone.
I'll be back soon.
Dr. Sneed, don't be alarmed if this tickles your nose.
Oh, no, no. Really, I never indulge.
Sorry. Well, the bride and groom. May they have today's happiness forever.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Well, I've just rushed along now. I'm due at another wedding. My blessings on you, children. Goodbye.
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 Dr. Sneed, excellent job. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Right. Goodbye.
I better go down and see about the baggage, but I'll pack this suit of yours first. Thanks so much for letting me wear it, Mr. McLeish.
Oh, but it's not my suit anymore, Mac. It's yours.
Oh,
now forget about it. And as for the baggage, let me remind you that I fired you this morning. You're an ex-valet now.
Yes.
Go ahead. I'll look after the luggage.
Thank you.
Come on, Elsie. Let's leave him alone.
Be right with you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, George, let me tell you, that's the best wedding music I ever heard. You certainly played it like you meant it.
Yes, sir, boss. Nothing gets me like the giving and the taking in marriage. Ah, yes, sir.
Come on, we'll meet you downstairs in the car.
Well, aren't you going to kiss me?
I am. I'm going to do it right now.
Oh, no. Oh, darling, it was such a wonderful wedding. And hasn't Ralph been marvelous? But not half as marvelous as you.
Thank you. And now I've got a little telephoning I'd like to do, if you'd excuse me, Joy.
Excuse you, what?
Honey.
That's better. You can go now, dear.
Hello, Mrs. Benton. This is Mr. McLeish's valet, McTavish. Mr. McLeish is leaving Miami in an hour. I thought you might like to know. Yes, a chartered plane.
Oh, thank you. Well, where are you going? I've got to see Ralph. He's leaving, and I want to say goodbye. But where is he? At the airport.
I better see about the luggage.
No, I take care of that. You help him.
All right. Oh, I wonder if the plane's in.
Oh, I hope so. I'm so excited.
So am I. A little. Oh. Hello.
Oh.
The wolf's at the door.
Benton?
The old boy himself. He's a pretty good door hammerer.
Tell him when he hates watermelon.
It's a bet.
Hello, is Mrs. Benton in?
I'll see, sir.
Well, hello, Bob.
Hi.
This is a surprise. Have Mr. Watermelon?
No. Where's Vicky?
Well, hello, Bob. How are you?
I'm fine. Where's Vicky?
Well, come on in. Come on in. Sit down.
Told you wouldn't like it.
Maybe you'd like a dish of tea.
No, thanks.
With crumpets?
I don't want
You
any.
flew down in an aeroplane, I suppose. How was the trip? Bumpy? Sit down.
Listen, Marcia, I had to close down my factory in order to get away. Now, maybe that'll give you an idea. I'm in no mood for clowning. Where's Vicky?
Pan American Airport. Supposed to be one of the most interesting sights that Miami affords. It has the duckiest terminal.
She went there with that McLeish.
Raoul's leaving town. She simply went to say goodbye.
Or go with him.
No. Look, Bob, you've got the whole thing wrong. Vicky's behaved beautifully. She was going to see Raoul off and then hurry home to you. Can't you understand?
No, I can't.
Now, you drive down there and tell her everything's okay and she'll be fine.
Oh, so I've got the whole thing wrong, have I? Vicky's behaved beautifully, and I'm to forgive her, and she'll be fine. Well, where do I come in? How do you think I like having the Benton name smeared through half the newspapers in the country? What do you think I am, anyhow? I'll get down to that airport. Where can I call for a taxi?
Use my car, old man. It's right outside.
Thanks, Herbie. I'll put a stop to this. And that McLeish guy, he's going to get a good punch on the nose.
Shall we go, too?
Nah.
Poor Vicky.
Gee, I wish I could see you take off, but I've got to get back to the drugstore or I'll lose my job.
I know, honey. You better hurry.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye.
You write me now.
Oh, I will. I'll write you from Havana, honey. Don't forget.
All right. Goodbye. Good luck, darling. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, hello, Mrs. Benton.
Oh, hello,
Gee, you're
Joe.
looking at the happiest girl in the world. I just got married, and I'm going on my honeymoon. Ralph's charged a special plane for us. He's been marvelous.
Ralph.
Uh-huh, and clothes. He bought me 3 new outfits. I can hardly believe this is happening to me. Well, I'm in a terrible rush. I've got to go. Goodbye. Goodbye. Where's Mr. Leo?
Joy. You certainly have the right name. I don't believe I've ever seen a happier face. Maybe once.
Plane's ready.
All right. I'll polish this one off. Have a quick one, you two?
We don't need any.
So I see.
Come on, honey. Come on.
Here you are, Charlie.
Oh, guess who I just saw? Mrs. Benton. She must be seeing somebody else.
Vicky?
Oh, the girl you were married to. She's so beautiful. I only saw her for a minute when I told her I just got married. She gave me the funniest look.
Did you tell her who you married?
Why, should I? It'd been in the papers anyhow, won't it?
Was she alone?
Sure. I guess so. Is something the matter? Did I do wrong?
No, that's all right. Here, you take the money and go on ahead.
Oh, boy.
Now, that's another surprise. You don't want an old man with you, even as far as Key West. Goodbye. Goodbye. Good luck.
Goodbye. Do you suppose I said something wrong?
Hey, you!
Oh, so you're back.
Where's Vicky?
I don't know. I was just looking for her myself.
What right have you got to be looking for her? I don't think it's going to be necessary for you to ever see her again.
I ought to be able to decide that for myself, don't you think?
No, I don't.
Vicky just left her, and she's probably going back to the grocery. Let's go find her.
Hey, you get out of this car.
Well, get started. I'm not going to hurt you, little Vicky. Just wanted to tell her that my valet got married.
Your valet? What's that got to do with her?
Plenty. Got a match?
Yeah. No, I haven't got a match. Of all the fools.
Thanks.
I'm talking about Vicky. Dragging me away from a thing as important as that strike.
I doubt if she'll be any too happy to see you.
That's enough out of you.
Look, chum, are you sure you don't have a match?
No! If I did have, I wouldn't give it to you.
Yes, I bet you wouldn't at that. You better take it easy, old man. You know, anyone tears through here like this is either crazy or mad at someone, or maybe just jealous.
Now, just one more crack and I'm gonna sock you.
That's funny. I was just thinking of socking you.
What do you mean by that?
That's what I said. You were insulting Vicky, and I was thinking of defending her.
Well, you heel?
Ah, that's enough. Let's fight.
Okay.
You can't talk about Vicky that way.
Who said I can't? I'll show you.
Those guys fighting over there?
They sure are.
Pick it up. What's going on here?
It's a fight.
Hey, let go of me. Let go of me.
Drunk.
I'm not, but he is.
I'll sock you.
See, I told you he was drunk.
Come on here.
Oh, wait a minute, officer. Gotta get hat and coat. Bob, your hat, coat.
Get in there.
I'll show that guy a thing or two. Say, wait a minute. What about my car?
It's in your car. Hey. Run. Take it up.
Officer, you can't afford to arrest him. He's a big man.
You
President of the Benton Belt Corporation.
I don't care who he is. You were driving that car, too, and we got a campaign against drunk driving down here.
Well, I know.
You guys are going to do 5 days.
What?
Oh, officer, you can't do that to him. Suppose it gets in the papers.
It will.
That's not fair, officer. This man's masterful face is...
Oh, shut up, you.
You see, I told you he was drunk, officer. Hereditary.
Oh, you watch now. This will cost you jobs. I'll see that you're both fired. I can't afford a mess like this.
Couple of drunks, Lieutenant. Drunk driving, fighting, disturbing the peace, and insulting an officer.
The officer's right, Lieutenant. This man is guilty of all the charges mentioned.
He's a liar.
Lock him up. What's your name?
Henderson?
His name's Robert Benton.
What?
B is in belts.
What?
Got a match, chum? Gentlemen, my chum, Mr. Benton.
Hello, sweetheart.
Guard. Guard, do you have a pencil? Be a good fellow and call this number, will you? Tell Mrs. Benton that her husband's in hock.
Well, maybe.
Why, you...
I hate him, the hypocrite. What'd he do? Just make a scene in front of everybody right at the airport? Telling me I was the only woman who ever meant anything to him, and all the time he was making love to that girl. Who? What girl? Who making love to who? Vicky, what are you talking about? Joy. Joy. Joy? Yes. Raoul married her today. Raoul married Joy? Yes. Well, you're entitled to hysterics. Oh, Marcia, I could strangle him. That was a dirty trick of Raoul's. But maybe it's a good thing it happened. You can forget him forever now and go back home with Bob. Bob. Bob, is he here? Oh, yes. Didn't you see him? He followed you to the airport. I'm glad I missed him. I don't want to see him. I never want to see him again. I can't just pick up threads with him and go on as though nothing had happened. I can't do it. I just can't. You mean you're not going back with him? How can I now? Whatever it was we had to get, the companionship or understanding, well, that's all gone. Being with Raoul again just fixed that fine. Well, let me be the first to congratulate you. Hello? I'll take the message. That doesn't surprise me a bit. Where is it? Thank you. I've located Bob. Well? He's in jail. Jail? Why? That's all the man told me. Well, get your hat, Marcia. He'll be needing help. Right.
Any man who hits a foul is a first-class cockroach.
Nothing's a foul as far as you're concerned. Anything goes. And the next chance I get, I'll club your brains out.
Reserve a club for me, too, will you?
Yeah.
Not too near the orchestra.
Oh, come on, Louie. Give us a break. Who are those guys?
Right out of the social register, aren't they?
Will you stop bothering me? I've got things to do.
Come on, give us a break. I've got to get a few plates or I'll get canned.
Come on, Louie. What's that?
Go on, get out of here. I'm not telling anything.
Well, we're going to hang around here.
Yeah, I'm going to say right here, I get a blanket.
What do you think of that? Officer, my husband's in here. His name is, Benton.
Which Benton? Yeah, which Benton is it, lady?
Yes, ma'am. He's violated some of our best laws.
Well, I'd like to get him out. Can you arrange that?
I can for $100 bail.
Oh, $100.
Well, I've got about 60.
I have at least 15. Let me see. I have 5, 10.
That's who he is, all right. Come on. Pardon me, lady. Isn't your husband the Benton belt man?
Here, officer, count this. I think it's all there.
Well, how about it?
Well, it's all there, isn't it, officer?
Come on.
What's happened now?
Your wife and some friends just bailed you out.
Oh, well, that's more like it.
Oh, you're not going to leave me, are you, chum?
Yes. And if you're right in there, it's all right with me.
Well, you know, I'm going to miss that pleasant face of yours. How about sending me one of your ads so I can hang it on the walls, hmm? You know, Benton belts are best.
Why, you... Ouch!
Oh. Ah, come on, Mrs. Benton, give us a break.
No, I'm sorry, I can't. Here he is. Oh, pardon me.
That's the guy that's the belt man.
Now, look out, you fellas.
Oh, what the world happened?
Hold on, leave me alone, fellas, or I'll break up every camera.
What's the big
This is all
idea?
you're doing. You and that ex-husband of yours. Took me years to build up something. The two of you wrecked it. Well, I've had enough. Now, come on. You're going home where you belong.
Now, just a minute. You're through giving orders to me. You selfish, egotistical, pompous windbag. Making all the rules and dominating everybody's life. Not giving a hoot for anything except your own importance and their precious Benton name. Well, it's much too precious to share with anybody. You can have it all for yourself. Do you hear me? I'm giving it back to you. All I want you to do is get out of my life or let me get out of yours.
That's the stuff.
That's Calvin, white girl.
Oh, shut up, you. Goodbye. Out of my way. And you can get the divorce. You've had more practice.
It'll be a pleasure.
Go soak your head.
Vicky, you were marvelous. It was worth being married to him just to get a chance to cut him down like that. Herbie, did you ever hear anything to equal it?
You should be very happy, my dear. Everything is all gummed up, just the way you want it.
Exactly.
Come on, kids, let's get out of here.
Please, Miss Benton, just one picture before you go.
It'll only take a moment.
Well, all right, but hurry up, will you?
Swell, stand right over here, will you?
Now give it that smile, you know.
No, a big smile, like you meant it. That's it.
That's it. You must have blew his top.
It's Ralph! You've got a Mr. McLeish in here, too, haven't you?
Yeah, he's the other one.
How much for him?
Yeah, how much?
$100.
Another $100. Oh, Herbie.
How much have you got, Marcia?
Only $1 or two. I haven't any left.
I got about 16.
Oh, that'll never do. Herbie, you've got to go out and scare up some money. Now, hurry. Wait a minute. Never mind the money, Herbie. She can get him out.
How do you do? You have a man by the name of Mr. Raoul McLeish incarcerated here.
We have
Anything serious?
plenty.
Oh, Captain. Well, I'd like to present these gentlemen. This is Mr. Tupper, Mr. Tupper, Mr. Reganowitz, and Mr. Tupper, counselors at law, and Mr. Beaver and Mr. Gellert, bondsman.
We've met.
And, Mr. Hardy. He's president of the East Coast Bank and chairman of the TTCA.
TTRCA?
I'm sorry. Yes.
Mac.
Just a moment, darling. Now, look, Captain, these gentlemen are going to represent Mr. McLeish.
Hello.
Hello.
Of all the luck. Just as we were stepping into the plane, Mac happened to look off and saw Ralph drive away with your husband. He had a hunch it meant trouble, so he dragged me off the plane. And for the last hour, I've had a swell honeymoon, tearing around Miami, trying to get Ralph out of jail.
You mean you're married to McTavish?
Well, we've had the ceremony.
Joy, you're wonderful.
Well, thank you.
Oh,
Well, goodbye.
Goodbye. Marcia,
Now, if one of you men will sign this bond.
Yes,
Now,
right.
come on, Mac. You've done all you can do, and I want to get out of here before they turn him loose and he gets into more trouble.
Yes, but...
No buts. We've got to get a head start. Come on. Come on.
Thank you, gentlemen. It's our honeymoon. Well, we're back. We'll start right away. You can go now, mister.
At last. Now, kiss me like a husband.
All right. Look. Hey, hold that plane. Hey, wait a minute.
Hurry up, driver. Take off. Go on.
No, hold it. Hold it.
Oh, what a break. We almost missed it.
we got here as quickly as we could.
Go on, take off, take off.
Yeah, take off.
We're going to Havana with you.
Over my dead body. Come on, we're getting out of here. Don't start it, driver. My husband's not going on his honeymoon with you on his mind.
Oh, we need a chaperone.
No, we don't.
But, darling, our baggage, our toothbrush, our nightgowns, and my hat.
Don't worry about that. The main thing is to keep going.
You know, I've a hunch it's going to be better this time.
What about all that talk about not kissing another man's wife?
Oh, that still goes.
Even in Havana?
Well, I might make an exception. Considering the fact that the other man's wife, who was once my wife, is about to become my wife again.
It's a little confusing, but I think I get the idea.